welcome back to the channel. And carry on with the 2001 Honda Varadero XL1000. Last episode we actually worked out what the problem was, which was such a relief. It really was. Everything's on the bench as left it. I have taken a couple of days out just to get over the shock, I think, but going to get back into it today and clean up the pistons. Need to take generator cover off, set timing up, or set timing up first, then take generator cover off, clean up the rear piston, clean up the front piston, have a look at the bores. I say I can see a little bit of the front cylinder bore, looks pretty good. Rear cylinder I don't know. And then we're going to clean up these heads and start clearing up all these gaskets and just freshen everything up. Again, clean up the rocker covers. Just gone over it with a bit of Scotch-Brite just to clean them up. Take off these rubber gaskets. Clean up the front head. Obviously the front head gets a lot more dirt and grease and gunk from the roads than the rear one does. But just generally start cleaning everything up so it's nice to put back in. So as I say, nothing's really moved. I've left it all in situ. But no, that was the culprit. Obviously I'm going to need these for the new ones, but both of these are going to be replaced. Clean up these stays. Obviously replace these cam chains. I need to undo that bolt to remove that sprocket because the cam chain is actually behind. On the other side I'd imagine it's the same, but I won't know until I go in. But yeah, the actual barrel looks okay. And so this one we'll check when we move the timing round. I'll give that a really good clean up. I'll probably pull out the bench grinder and stick a soft, well, maybe like a Scotch-Brite wheel. I'll make a couple up and then start cleaning everything. Clean up all them surfaces, new gaskets. Same on this one. But yeah, I'm just going to work through it slowly. Probably start with the front first, so I can get that rebuilt, because the rear one is actually quite easier. It's a lot easier to get to and reach. Obviously I'll be cleaning up. That's the rear pipe, rear down pipe. Clean that up. And obviously the silencers, give them a clean as well. But as I say, we'll work through everything slowly so people get an idea, and it helps me learn, and hopefully other people can have a go. This was quite a daunting one. I really wasn't sort of looking forward to it, but it had to be done. But I'm glad I've actually gone in and done it. Yeah, it's strange to see this so stripped. But as I say, I'll make some space and we'll actually start cleaning up the the rocker head cover. We'll give these a clean as well, similar to what I did with the Z650 project, and we'll clean up this head. Right, so we're starting on the front cylinder head. This episode we're going to start stripping this down, get it all clean. I've already taken off the inlet manifold rubber and the 2 Allen bolts which hold on the tensioner unit. This is the water pipe entry, so we're going to take that out, and so I can clean all this up and literally give the whole head a really good clean. Take the valves out, give them a clean, and then I'll repeat the process for the rear cylinder head. As regards the rest of it, I'm going to save the actual cam chain change for another episode. I just want to get all the parts ready that have already been taken off, so they're all clean. You can see there's some up on the shelf. Obviously this needs to be cleaned. All the followers will all be cleaned and put back. But to start with, I'm just going to lay things out as I take them off, so I know exactly where they've come from, and then they can be cleaned. I've already got the valve compressor out. A bit later on I'm going to pull the bench grinder out. So for the moment we'll just start stripping this head down. So that's the main water inlet. It just needs a really good clean up of the exhaust gasket. Yep, that's starting to come out. Again, these will all be replaced. I've seen better days. But again, all up in here will all be cleaned out. So I'm actually going to leave these bolts in place. I'll just take them out when I need to clean them up. Right, only thing I've got left in the top is actually need to get the spark plug out, and then we'll start attacking the valves. Right, so I'm actually going to attack this as it sits on the bike. So it'll obviously be angled at that angle, inlet and exhaust. So we're going to take the inlets out first. Again, it's shim under bucket. So again, I'll lay everything out as I take it out, so I know that exactly where these came from, and then I'll stack the valves with each one. Right, for those who haven't seen this before, this is the kit I picked up ages ago to do the Z650. Basic kit, came off eBay, wasn't a huge amount of money, Chinese, but it actually did the job. Comes with a range of sizes. So it's just a case of matching up which one you need. Right, so let me get this tool set up and then we'll take out the first valve. Right, tools are in position, so I've got one at the bottom holding the valve, one at the top. As you can see by rotating that through, the actual kites are beginning to appear. There's the first one. There it goes. And there's the second one. So now just gently release. Right, so again, I'll line all these up. And there's your valve. Again, looking pretty good in there. So that's what I'm left with. The cap actually does come off. So you've got your two collets, shim under bucket, two collets, a spring, cap, valve. So again, it's the same procedure for the next three as what I've just done using that tool. So I'm going to pull the next three out. I'm not going to bore you with showing you. It's exactly the same procedure where you just compress it down, remove the collets, release it slowly because you don't want springs flying everywhere, and then I'll show you when I've got all four on the bench. Right, so that's all the valves out. That enables me now to get in there and give that a really good clean. Clean up all this surface. And then give the outside a quick clean up as well. And the water pump, the water pipe entry as well. And then I can clean up these valves. I mean, for the age of the bike, they're actually not too bad. You expect them to be fairly coked, but they're not bent, they're straight, that's the main thing. So I'm going to pull the bench grinder out, stick a scouring wheel on it, and then start running these pieces under, and I'll show you the results after I've finished. Right, so to bring you back quickly, just before I go in and complete the rest, obviously that was the state of the valves. I've just done one. So you can see the difference, and that's just for giving them a quick clean up using the scourer just to get all that coke and carbon off. So as I say, I'm going to go through all the rest of them, clean up all these other little bits, and then start on the cylinder. Well, start on the cylinder head, the actual main area, clean all that up, and then work on to the followers and then the rocker cover. Right, so I'm about halfway through the cleaning process of the front cylinder. So the heads, the rocker covers come up really well. All the valves are done. Cleaned up the followers and the water pipe entry. Given the cams a clean up as well. The head bolts have been done. So I've taken off the old rubber gasket and the old rubbers that fit around the bolts that fit into the head, and so the exhaust gasket, well, there's not much left of it, that will be replaced. So I'm just about to crack into the actual head. Again, as I say, I'm not going to bore you with cleaning, you've all seen me clean before. It has taken some time, but I just want to make sure all parts are clean before they get reassembled. I say with the head, a fair bit of cleaning to do, but I need to get all this all this carbon off, get cleaned up. The unfortunate one is I've still got the rear cylinder to do as well, so it is taking a bit of time, but it's just to give you an idea. I didn't see the point in just working out what the problem is. Obviously we now know it's the tensioner unit. I didn't see the point in just sort of like, right, that's the problem, new gasket, whack it all back together. This is an old bike, well, it's 19 years old now and a lot of miles on it. And I'm actually surprised the condition of a lot of it is actually pretty good. So as I say, I'm going to crack into this cylinder head, get all these surfaces all cleaned up. Alright, so after quite some time, that's the best I can get it, actually get it clean. She hasn't come out too bad. That's still the worst area, which is where the exhaust is. So all I've got left to do is just give it a wipe through inside. But at least everything now is cleaned in this cylinder. Like I said, I've got that one to do. I'm going to do that one off camera. But it is identical to everything I've done here. As I say, I haven't shown you all of the cleaning because it is just a basic clean. Let's say that's come out as best as I can get it, but considering the age of the engine, it's come up pretty good. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. I hope that one was helpful. As I say, it was just basically taking through obviously removal of the valves and just a general cleaning of the front cylinder. As I say, the rear cylinder, I'm actually going to do that off camera. It's identical to what I've done here. But as I say, pleased with how everything's come up. It would be pointless just to put it all back without actually cleaning it. But as I say, everything's laid out so I know exactly how it goes. So I can start to reassemble that probably in the next episode, probably get both of them done together. So I need to get the other one clean before I can put both of them together. And then we'll reassemble both cylinders, try not to mix anything up. But as I say, appreciate all your feedback, all your comments, all your messages. It means so much, it really does. I mean, the other thing, a big thank you to all my patrons. So supportive, so helpful and understanding. I couldn't wish for a better crew of patrons that I've got. If you wish to join me and support me on Patreon, there's a link in the description, pop across. It's selected as different tiers of however much you wish to help donate to the channel. All the proceeds from all the patrons, it goes into literally everything I use, whether it be cleaners, oils, scouring pads, buffing wheels. Nothing is wasted. It all goes into working on the channel, working on the bikes. But as I say, that's just about it for this episode. It hasn't been that exciting because obviously it's cleaning, but it does give you an idea how to take you through the process. I prefer to do it. I'm going to crack on, as I say, with the next one, get that done, ready for the next episode, and then we can reassemble both cylinders and then move back into the bike to actually look at pistons, barrels, give them a clean up, well, piston heads especially, and then look at replacing the actual camshafts, cam chains. I'll get it right in a minute. Links to other videos top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.